ABC Radio Darwin.
Selena Uibo is the opposition leader for the Northern Territory. Selena, your reaction to this tragic news overnight?
Yeah, Adam, I know it's an extremely distressing time for our community, and I think such a senseless and shocking and horrific tragedy to have a Territorian, a very much loved and hardworking Territorian, lose their life is just devastating, and my heart goes out to the family and my thoughts and prayers go out to the family. This is going to be a very, very difficult time with such a tragedy to deal with.
You have reached out this morning, I understand, to former colleagues and friends and family who knew Linford. What have they told you?
Yeah, unfortunately last night once I heard the news and understood, which Territorian had lost their life, it was quite a big shock to quite a few of the people that I spoke to, and particularly the former member for Nightcliff, Natasha Files, who knew Lynn quite well, and the family, and just in deep shock and devastating to hear such a tragedy can occur in the Territory. And again, just thinking about how our Territory family can wrap around this family and the loss of them and the grief and the shock that they are dealing with today.
This is a tragedy that could have been avoided, Selena Uibo, and of course the details still to emerge, and police have someone in custody. No charges have been laid. But what do you make about this senseless, lawless violence that has occurred here?
Well, it is senseless, Adam, and there's absolutely no place for this type of violence in the Northern Territory. I think that's one thing everyone can agree on, regardless of what side of politics people are. It's about how does our community come together to, one, support the family in grieving and the community who will also be deeply impacted, not just today, but the many weeks following, in absorbing this really horrific and shocking information about the loss of the life. And then also, how do we work together in a constructive way to make sure that our community can be safe, our community can come together and work on community solutions. So I think first and foremost, though, Adam, we need to think about how we can support the family today and in the following weeks.
Police, Travis Worth, the Assistant Commissioner, did explain earlier on that they soon identified the 18-year-old who they have arrested and were speaking with his family. The 18-year-old handed himself in to police in Palmerston overnight. Have you heard anything about the family or reached out to them of the man who's been arrested?
No, I haven't, Adam. I don't know any of the further details other than what's publicly available at this point. I think, we'll be able to make some more comments once some more information becomes available. But right now, I think, again, just focusing on supporting the family of the victim and making sure that we can come together as a community is going to be the priority for me and my team.
Selena Uibo, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.